This is the Kpopcast, the show that brings you the best sounds and ideas in K-pop each week. I'm your host, Stephanie.
I'm your PD Nim, Michaela.
I'm DJ Peter Lowe, and this week is another round of hit replays featuring the co-host and executive producer of NYC K-pop Queens. It's Emily. Welcome, Emily.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Hey, it's a pleasure to be here with you
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Not on Spaces this time, but in person.
I know. I'm a little thrown getting to see everyone. I'm so used to talking on Spaces, and our podcast isn't video, it's all audio. So this is really a fun experience. Thank you so much for including me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, thank you for showing.
But first, what are hit replays?
Hit replays are songs we recommend y'all listen to on repeat or replay for the week. Our special guest, Emily, you're up first. What's your hit replay?
Okay, so this is a rookie group that I'm totally vibing with. I think they have unlimited potential if they're handled in the right way.
Yes.
P1 Harmony Scared is my hit replay. It's scary, honestly. Watch the video. I don't know if I should say watch the video. Maybe you can just listen to it if you'd like. But the video is
Not for the faint of heart. Yeah.
Yes, it is intense. And I think they bring kind of a gritty hip hop that the other rookie groups don't have.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. They're different and they're exciting. So I've been really big on them the past couple weeks. That's for sure my hit replay.
Nani? Hey, Waka. Tell me what? Nani? Nika? Tell me what? We 자꾸 널 깎아내려 됐어 그만해 stop it oh no 좀 말을 해봐 tell me 너는 아직까지 또 겁나니?
When I heard that song, I thought like they asked themselves like, okay, what's like the most dissonant, unsettling, jarring sound you can sample? We're gonna sample that and we're gonna make a song out of it, and it works.
Every beat.
It's scary. I genuinely was like, ooh, I'm scared of these kids. And they're young. In the video,
Yeah.
I can't believe how young. They're like 16 to 20, I
babies.
believe. Like,
Yeah, they're babies.
They're young. And I was like, ooh, I'm a little bit scared when they put those ski masks on.
They're telling you to watch out.
I bought it,
They're coming
though.
for the music industry.
What label are they on? Where are they from?
FNC.
FNC, they're the new
Yeah.
boy group.
Yeah.
So they're SF9's little brothers.
Yeah.
You have to say it like that, little brother.
No.
Is that how you
Sorry.
No, I'm not making fun of you, Michaela. I embrace it.
At my
but-
family's house and I'm hanging out with my nephews and that's how they say it. They're like, oh, my brother.
Cute.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think Peter. Peter, you're up next. What's your hit replay?
It's Act 2 of Paranormal Teen Romance Vampire Diaries. I'm, of course, referring to Hype's group, ENHYPEN. And it's the second act of this, again, a vampire story, dark universe that Hype is giving us.
So many
where
ways
you've
to
got-
drink blood.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, please. Like, invite me to that party. I'm so here for it.
Yeah. Well,
We
you know
have a
what's
vampire
interesting?
on the
So-
show.
Yeah, little did you
Good
know.
thing this is only Zoom.
Surprise.
But what was actually going along with that theme of a party, it's a carnival. And when you think of a carnival, carnivals are like, you know, I don't know, I think of like Renaissance, like, you know, people show up in a mask, which is meant to convey who they really are, but through a mask. And when I look at the party here, it's kind of going along with that. It's like, well,
Yeah.
when they were in their pre-debut stage, they were going, you know, for one thing, but now here they are, and they're showing us for who they really are, vampires. So it's a really interesting concept, interesting way to show evolution of the group. I mean, some backstory for the two members who didn't make ENHYPEN.
Yeah.
They're represented as werewolves, so everyone knows. Like, you know, you've got your pirates and ninjas who are like arch nemesis. Like, similarly, vampires and werewolves just don't get along. They're the classic, you know, antithesis of each other. So we're probably gonna see another werewolf group in the Hype universe. Challenges, as well as we see a girl knocking on the door at the end. Hype's new like fairy girl group or whatever that's going to be. It's going to be some mythical fantasy universe, I'm sure. But I mean, look, the reason why you should really listen to this is just because it's got a really good clubby bass that you get in the verses. I love Infinite for like how they have these like tension building operatic builds. You got that similarly in the pre-chorus for this song, and then in the chorus for this song it just mashes together. So love that with this group, and the choreography
the
is excellent
choreo.
this way.
That was like my
So
favorite
cool.
part. It really showed what they can do.
Yep. Yeah, it was fluid, really dynamic, difficult execution that they pulled off. And my only call for it to improve would just be like, I wish these weren't vampires that sparkle in the sunlight. I wish they were more like, I want to see
less
like less
Twilight.
dolled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly, like if we're going to go into a dark world, like let's see the darker. It's cliche to see dolled up pretty boys all the time. I want to see like,
Yeah.
boys who've been through struggle.
Exactly. And that was some of the criticism that we had with their first song, Given Taken, was that they were just so subtle with the concept. And it was like, okay, are they going to go all out on it? Or is it just going to be like a slight part
hinting
of their whole concept as a band?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is great to see them actually like go full throttle on this and see just how amazing it is when they actually are fully formed as a concept.
So I wasn't alone in this sentiment. Listener Jamea Jackson tweeted that they've been listening to ENHYPEN Drunk Dazed. It is their first comeback, and it's a song I think people need to feel pumped up. Also, the whole album is dope. Check it out.
Yeah.
Praying hands emoji, please.
I love the album.
I haven't
love
listened
it. I think
yet.
It's a great comeback.
I'll check it out.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Pumped up.
Yes.
You need to get ready to turn up. Okay, Stephanie, what's your hit replay?
So my hit replay is from last week's episode of High School Rapper, Golden Repo. And I just recently started watching it mainly because Amr, Amr, one of his engineering coworkers found the show on YouTube. And so like from Third Degree Connection, I started watching it, and I was going through the releases last week, and Ooh Wah by Lee Seung Hoon featuring Changmo and Wonstein, produced by Weiched. Just a home run, like hit it out of the park. It's my favorite song coming out of the show in the past few weeks. Just like the instrumentation, the groove, the flow. Changmo killed it, Wonstein killed it, everybody. So if you want like a little hip hop to dance your way into the weekends, check out Ooh Wah.
The beat, and then also just like a feeling of nostalgia, like we used to be here but now we're here, so in a very genuine, innocent way.
And there's like playful whistling in the song as well.
Yeah, we have quite the playlist going so far, going into the weekend.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Okay.
And High School Rapper just has an amazing playlist in general. Like there are so many great young artists that come off of that show, and Lee Seung Hoon is definitely one of them.
So last
Bring
but
us
not
home, Michaela.
least, Yeah,
so speaking of K-pop chat and last week, my hit replay is B1A4's Tonight, and it's because we had a K-pop chat a while ago about underrated boy groups, long-term boy groups that have been around for a little while. And as of last month, this group has been around for 10 years,
Dang,
guys.
I am
It was
old.
their 10-year anniversary. Yeah, Quick plug to our most memorable moments in K-pop from 2011. If you guys want to go back with us and think about what K-pop was like 10 years ago. But I have to bring them up because, like I said, I don't think anybody mentioned them during the K-pop chat, which I guess
No.
is apt for them being an underrated group. So I definitely want to bring them on and introduce people who haven't heard of them before. And this is a great hit replay to start with. It comes off of their last album, the I believe it's Like a Movie. And it's their first album as A3. Technically, we're not the full B1A4, unfortunately, but this is a great song to get into them as a group.
Yeah, truly underrated, very talented boys. I met them when
Yeah.
they came to San Francisco and participated in a flash mob. they like,
Oh, right.
yeah. They were
Oh.
really sweet guys.
That's
Good
amazing.
times.
Yeah, I that was part of their like reality series
Yeah.
when they were like in touring, right? I just love seeing all the reaction to the flash mob
Yeah,
like in person
exactly.
because they were like, oh, it's a bunch of people
They didn't
dancing.
know.
Oh, they're dancing to our song.
Oh snap! And then they like jumped right into the flash mob and started doing the choreo with the people.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't know it was gonna happen.
Oh,
Oh, good times.
memories. I wasn't there, but
You
I-
saw
I
on the
feel
show,
like
yeah.
I was.
Virginia's right though. Don't Call Me is a great song. Like
Right.
the chorus is so
Although
catchy.
I do disagree that it's part of like a classic SM sound. I feel like it's more SM sound now because it got compared to NCT and a lot of the other groups that have come out recently.
1,000,000%. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it for our hit replays, but we also asked you, the listeners, what your hit replays are, or what you would recommend other listeners check out this week. So, Virginia Dewan also tweeted at us saying that I am obsessed with Chinese Don't Call Me. In my defense, I just heard it last week
Yes.
because
Don't
I have
call
been in a
me.
cave. It's so catchy. The hook is so good. And it's the classic SM sound that I love. Also, the video is great. But there can only be one listener highlight that we prominently feature each episode. And that listener highlight goes to Michaela. Stephanie, do you give the answer?
Yeah, so listener at Pentagon _TWT or aka Arden #love or take said definitely Do or Not by Pentagon. It's extremely catchy and bright, the perfect song for spring.
They also said it's a self-produced and self-written song, which is great to follow up to Daisy, the comeback Pentagon had before Do or Not, and got them their first win. They had lots of fun performing it on stage and even incorporated the gestures of their friends' choreographies, which include Woods, On and Off, and Astro, into their own performance. Flushed, amused face emoji. They also performed an a cappella and a band version of the song, which can be checked out on YouTube. Thank you for taking my recommendation. So, thank you for that recommendation.
I love that song. I love it. And I thought it was really smart. Daisy was so dramatic and dark. And then they come out with this super bright, fun comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it's got that boyish, like, high school charm.
좋다고 하든가 아니면 말든가 지금 정해도 옳나 나랑 살든가 아니면 말든가 네 맘대로 해도 옳나 좋다고 하든가 나랑 살든가 딱 지금 정해도 옳나
It's like young boys, got no responsibilities, concerns, cares in the world.
You couldn't relate, Peter.
Yeah, I'm well past that point. Honestly, when kids nowadays like talk about like jargon and lingo, I'm like, what? Man, I'm really feeling out of date. Okay, K-pop news headlines. First news item.
Inception.
aespa. Sorry, I wrote Inception
it says
horn
Inception
sound
horns
in
in
the
the
outline.
outline. We all know what that is.
That's what that was.
Yeah, because if you actually listen to the the tweet that they announced their comeback, it actually has like the Inception horn sound. So.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, aespa is coming back, and they started unveiling new teaser images for their quote unquote next level song, which Lee Seung Hoon went out and said that he's going to rename the group after repeated mix-ups with the group KDA.
What?
So, no, I'm just kidding. That's fake news. So, sorry, that's an all K-Boo news story. So anyway, just like KDA, there's some really cool stellar shots of your girl, Michaela, on a motorcycle. Karina.
On her light cycle, about to come slay
Light
us.
cycle. Wow. It must be so
looks
fun.
really good.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful render. I love the little detail of her emoji, which is a heart as the wheel. So perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's driving the motorcycle in high heels. It looks like that seems
She
difficult
would.
to do.
Yeah, not practical, but
Right.
very
That's
aesthetic.
what matters.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I wonder what her virtual
Always.
avatar is gonna look like to counterbalance that. Anyway,
Yeah, but it's very black and metallic. It kind of feels like this is like the Black Mamba version of Karina. So I'm wondering what that means for the rest of the concept. Yeah.
I
Oh my
also like
gosh.
the motorcycle thing. Like SM, it's
That's
always
true.
motorcycles. That's what I thought of right away. I'm like, is this
Haha.
tempo? What's going on?
thinking the same thing. But did you guys notice? Look, like they've got these like blades in her fingernails. It's-
Exactly. Like I feel like this is them we saw like them be overtaken by the Black Mamba in the music video. So I wonder if this is a continuation of that story. So again, we need more teasers, SM. Quickly. Come on.
I hope it is. I hope it gets really dark.
Yes,
That'll
please.
be really cool.
I'll be okay if we get this before EXO's comeback.
I'm sure we will.
And SM is trying to do this concept because they want to be seen as a technology company. They want to be a blue chip company.
Culture, technology.
Yes.
They keep trying. They keep trying to make that take off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so next news item.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
yeah, in Hello, we are NCT plus 34 minus 118 news. Yeah, if you didn't get it, that's the longitude and latitude for Hollywood, because apparently SM Entertainment and MGM Worldwide Television Group have teamed up for the series which will scout young American men for the new group NCT Hollywood.
It's happening because Lee Seung Hoon decided that, hey, a way to make a group scale, really make sure that you've got a presence in every country around the world, is just to make half the world population a member of NCT. That way,
Yes.
you can really get...
Then
sorry,
everyone
that's-
will be invested naturally.
Sorry, that's another
That's how you
okay
can
for
like
news headline.
conquer. That's right.
I
Conquer every
can't.
country by like just let the
You
population.
know what I
into the
hate
group.
about there's a lot about this that I might not be a fan of, but what I really hate about it is the reality show aspect with Mark Burnett. Like, I don't want people to see K-pop as what that's going to be. It waters
No.
down the product. I'm like an evangelist for K-pop. I love talking about it. I love sharing it with everyone I know. I don't want people to think with this reality show is K-pop, because Mark Burnett reality shows, they're pretty...
I'm not familiar. Who like?
Yeah, tell us. Yeah.
What other
Survivor.
shows? Oh, he's the
Survivor.
Survivor dude.
The Voice.
I see.
it's 20 minutes of sob stories, 3 minutes of actual singing and entertainment. There's everything around it has nothing to do with talent or anything else. And it's like, I watched enough Making the Band back in the heyday of Making the Band that like, I don't want people to think. I remember when that came out and the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were really upset because they're like, our journey was a lot harder.
Ooh,
That's not reality.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what this is going to be. And I hope I'm wrong. But the trainee experience, the whole thing, I don't care if they're American. We have a lot of different people in NCT. I just don't like the reality show aspect of it. I'm not sure how that's going to play. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. Did we want to share Autumn's comments about it, Peter?
Yeah, so there was Professor Aram Jung, SCUPI assistant professor, also tweeted some interesting thoughts around this. She tweeted that her biggest concern with NCT Hollywood is whether SM will be able to catch up on discourses of cultural appropriation and racism.
No.
Despite being brand... Thanks, Stephanie.
Exactly.
Just case closed. I can answer that.
Yeah, right.
No, they will not.
Yeah, well, but just to close out on Aram's thought, she wrote, despite being branded as an international group, I assume the majority of their stages will be performed in Korea, a homogenous and racist society.
Whoa.
Racism towards non-Korean idols are especially high right now, fueled by the pandemic and international politics. Can SM handle the multiple layers of racist discourse in an African-American or Chicana member? Can they keep cultural appropriation out of their works? Oh, hell no.
No. It's a rhetorical
work.
question. All of this is a rhetorical question. It's
This is
not going to
all
work.
about
It's not going to
money.
go over well. Yeah,
It's going to be a flop in
exactly.
Yeah, like it's just going to be this upfront exchange of money from one side to the other, and then it's going to flop immediately.
And it dilutes their brand.
Because K-pop fans are not going to go for this. I think K-pop fans are in your camp, Emily. Yeah, I mean, American K-pop fans are not going to go for this. That's what I mean.
No, it dilutes the brand. And it also just feels like SM is chasing Big Hit or Hybe because they're doing a reality show to form an American group. They're doing the exact same thing. And that was announced a while ago.
Exactly.
So it's like, let's stop chasing that. Like, you can embrace that the K-pop's breaking America. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
But this is just going to dilute it. I don't know. It's not gonna go well.
Yeah, she also at the end of it, Autumn mentioned if they needed a consultant or educator on cultural appropriation, SM, you can hit up Autumn. She obviously, we agree. She sees the things that you probably would be missing.
Yeah, it just won't be well. I don't think it'll be well received in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm wrong.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And then Aram also had a second concern that with NCT Hollywood is the relationship amongst members. Although K-pop is built on a neoliberal capitalist industry and idols are products, which fans are well aware of.
Are
it
they?
is that friendship link. Yeah, actually, that's another topic
Some of
for
us
another
are
time.
aware.
But yeah. Anyway, it is that friendship, that link, that tie among members that attracts fans into the fandom. Currently, all NCT members are already so busy with their own units, projects, and mentoring. Selecting trainees is a big responsibility and pressure on the overall team. Can SM care for all members' mental and physical well-being post-pandemic?
No.
Although it looks like a big, fun frat house, 23 is a lot, and fans get excited when one member seems very close to another member. They want to see that closely knit friendship amongst all members. Nobody wants to see any awkwardness or business-like relationships. This is going to be like the new AKB, like 48, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, she's right.
And that was the thing is, sorry, go on, Emily.
Oh, no. I was just saying she's right.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to mention what some of the discourse that I saw, at least on Twitter, was talking about how they had just introduced 2 new members, Sungchan and Shocharu, and the thought was they were going to start a Japanese unit of NCT first. So already this is kind of putting a bad vibe out there that SM isn't really looking out for all of these guys.
Exactly.
And going back to that. How do they feel about, possibly not being able to debut in a group for a while?
Not good.
They don't take care of their members now.
Yeah.
So to keep expanding, to keep adding instead of like doing right by the guys you already have.
Sounds like
It's just
the
a
rest of capitalism. Just keep like grabbing new things and like churning through faster and faster and extracting from the planet. It's all connected.
And using people, throwing them away. That's what this feels like. It's a little bit
The
like
assembly line. Yeah.
Yes.
But even then, I would say this is not a very scalable model. It's costly. Like it's not. Everyone wants to be a tech company, but it's like honestly, this is like what do you call it? We were calling themselves a tech company.
Oh
yeah, you're so right.
You're not going to have the tech company margins on this sort of model where you just have like infinity members.
Yeah.
So
it
They're
just
gonna
doesn't
try.
seem like a smart business practice. Well, but if you look at their spending, like if you look at SM's earnings, this isn't surprising. They spend a lot. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So speaking of valuations and blue chip companies, SM and YG Entertainment are no longer blue chip companies under the Korea exchange classification system. They are now medium-sized businesses.
They were demoted. Korea officially publicly demoted them. You're no longer blue chip, you're mid-size. Oof. The shade.
Yeah, we knew YG was tumbling, but
Yeah. That SM is a little surprising, honestly, for me.
I'm telling you, it's their earnings model. If you look at it from an investor standpoint, when I looked at their numbers, I was really shocked.
how much they're spending.
They're not. Yeah. Their earnings margins are tiny. For how many? I always look at them as, obviously
they're Mr. Moneybags. Supposedly.
They're it. They're the standard. And to see they're not making money. So again, why do this whole NCT Hollywood and try so hard to break America? You don't have to break America. China is a massive market. And
Yes, that's where they should be going.
That's what I don't understand. Like you already have the group. Do that. You don't have to. I don't know. From a business perspective.
Yeah, maybe something else is at work here.
Maybe.
Emily, you know better, but my impression is like if they just stayed the course.
Yep.
Produce content like they would for the Korean market, and do not necessarily tours, but just English translations on your content. You're good. Like the Western American audience is going to carry with it.
Exactly. Like.
And the English songs from their Chinese unit are the best anyway.
Right? Just let Wavy do it.
Yeah, Wavy can carry it.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because it's like, just do what you're doing. K-pop's blowing up in America. You don't have to cater to us. The audience is coming to you. I don't know. I think you could be right. Maybe there's something going on. Yeah.
I mean, it's a big gamble, but they don't. Lee Seung Hoon doesn't know what makes a tech company a tech company.
I can't get over that.
So you keep using that word, and I don't. Technology. I don't think you know what it means.
But you're right, because I just watched Generation Hustle, the WeWork episode. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah. So just to put some numbers behind this, SM Entertainment took a hit in 2020 with a net loss of 80.3 billion won, or that translates to 71.7 million US dollars.
Okay, so
I mean, which is not big in
sales
terms of like
dropped,
big enterprise expenses, but
they lost investment stuff, and then through their subsidiaries and joint enterprises. Yeah, they have like sprawling smaller subsidiaries that they can't keep track of all that.
No.
Yeah. Like,
overextended.
What is it, Golden Child? The company that Golden Child is a part of is a subsidiary of SM Entertainment.
There you go.
And they deserve...
Definitely overextended.
Golden Child deserves better. I just have to say that real quick. I love Golden Child.
Okay. And something that we all love, Kingdom.
Yes.
What happened on Kingdom?
In Legends Are Being Tested. News. So
Tested more ways than one.
So apparently there was a dancer on Kingdom who tested positive for COVID-19. So there was a rush to get all of the groups tested.
And what were the results? Is anyone positive?
I don't know if they were all cleared. I think they were.
It looks like all negative,
I
right?
don't think so, but
We're trying to give you like hot off the press updates on everyone's COVID status.
yeah.
Right. This came out today.
Here's the latest.
And
We're
today
going
is
live
Friday at
to
the time of this
Michaela, who
recording.
is in Seoul right now at the testing site. Right outside Kingdom headquarters. Oh, okay. SF9 member is going to quarantine because he came into close contact with the positive case. Dang, that sucks. Just one guy is going to quarantine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
right.
All right, looks like
Yeah.
everyone else is negative. But yeah, I mean, this is the cost of us getting our content addiction filled. They're out there risking it.
right?
Yeah.
And they've had so many giant like end of the year stages with so many people.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, I know.
It's a miracle there haven't been
And
more
I don't think
positive cases.
I know, right?
Yeah. What's the vaccination status in South Korea? As far as I know, it's not available like it
Yeah.
is here in America.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but the last I read, that's kind of where they were at. They're not getting vaccinated as quickly. Yeah, that's
Despite a
risky.
desire to.
Mhm.
Yeah. And meanwhile,
Meanwhile-
we have ones going to waste. I digress.
And last news item, Pink Fong, the world's biggest K-pop label next to CJNM
The
Entertainment
K-pop label that created the best K-pop song in the world
Of
of
Baby
all
Shark.
time. Yes,
of all
Baby
time.
Shark.
they're coming in hot to save SM Entertainment, so they collaborated with another new
Yeah,
culture and
SM is
technology
calling
group,
in
Dream.
the reinforcements here. They had that bad earnings, and they're like, we need some help from
This
the
one could be-
masters. Pink Fong.
Yeah, this one could be smart. Don't do NCT
That's a
Hollywood.
smart play.
This is it.
Yeah, so I'll have you know that the song is on replay and repeat here in the Peter Lowe household.
I bet.
My son is definitely
bet.
watching this one because it's got dinosaur.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I wonder how
Yeah.
Mark feels during this song.
Oh no, right? That's the thing. It's a collaboration with NCT Dream. And the Dreamies are all over 20 now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's interesting seeing them do this younger concept with the age that they are
Oh.
now.
It's so cutesy. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh,
But I do like how they put the other NCT members as dinosaurs. Like all the ones that they're naming, one of the members pops up, like Jaehyun.
yeah. They've got to be like dying inside.
I know. Yeah, I'm trying to like look into their eyes
kill me
and like
now.
see what's really going on.
Look at Mark
yeah,
right
that's
there.
who
Mark
I'm
can't
thinking.
even
I feel bad
pretend.
for Mark. He's like, I'm so over this. When can I leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some of them are better at turning it on. The
Like,
other ones
this
are
is
just like
not what I signed up
stone-faced.
for.
Yeah. Like Jaemin just sells his soul and just completely commits to
Yeah.
everything. So I think
He's
he's
fine.
probably the only one that's okay.
Yeah, the others.
See, like if you asked me to do like a kids programming show, like I would do it like knowing I'm making hella bank. But I think that's like up for debate right now with SM Entertainment.
Yeah.
Exactly. They probably
You
didn't
know the
make
artists
anything
don't
from
see
this.
a cent from this stuff.
No. No.
Exposure.
gosh.
Yeah, it's that scene stealing Tyrannosaurus Rex, the red Tyrannosaurus Rex that's taking really all the credit in the spotlight of the song. So
Yeah, thanks
Maybe
for
they
You know
sharing.
what'll really make them a lot of money is if they get the red Tyrannosaurus Rex and the green dinosaur from the 90s Love music video
Oh,
to
yeah.
battle each other.
That would be amazing.
I forgot about him.
Banking on the
break
celebrity
dancing
fight
dino.
trend,
Yeah.
I guess.
What's next?
okay, well
That's
I think
it?
that-
All
I think
right.
that's it. That's
Woo.
all. That's all. That's
Good.
it for
I
this
am newsed
episode.
out.
Yeah. That's enough bad news for
Enough.
for 1 week.
Oh,
That concludes our hit replay episode for the first week of May. Yes,
Ooh,
is that what?
definitely not
Yes,
the
first week of
tooth
May.
week of April.
Let our listeners know where they can find you each online. So Emily, plug your things, promote your stuff.
So podcast comes out every week. Our new episodes arrive on Thursdays. It's New York City K-pop Queens, NYC K-pop Queens. Give us a follow. Insta, Twitter. We'd love to have you. And if you want to follow my personal stuff, my personal Instagram, where I participate in the K-pop chat with these lovely people every week, it's Emily KMM. So EMILYKMM. That's it. I don't think I have anything else.
Nice.
I'm at Michaela JK Pop on Twitter.
I'm at sparker2 on Twitter.
I'm at DJ Pierlo.
And you can also tweet all of us at the Kpopcast.
Oh, but you know what's better than just simply tweeting at us?
I know. A voice memo.
That's right. So you can record yourself with your phone. You can use a voice memo app on your phone or whatever audio recording app, free, whatever. And then just send it in to us and we can incorporate you right into this episode directly. So we love hearing your voices.
And then lastly, if you want to get to know us better, come make some new friends in the Kpopcast Slack. You can find the link in the description of this episode.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode and we'll catch you all next week.
Don't forget the dinosaur's name. Yes, sir.